Companions playing a two-faced game. Friends are rare and precious. Most true friendships form early in life and last for a long time. Later, we meet coworkers, acquaintances, or neighbors who may show the potential for friendship. It is advisable to take a good look at such new friends. Some just use their environment and for very different purposes. In today's video, we'd like to introduce you to 10 particularly dangerous types of quasi-friends that you'd be better off staying away from. If you like our videos, feel free to support us with a thumbs up, subscribe to Psychology in Mind, activate the bell for notifications, and get excited for new videos uploaded every day. Number 1. The schemers. It goes without saying, friends who talk bad about you behind your back, spill your secrets, or stab you in the back are not friends. Not only do they not deserve that label, you should remove them from your contact list as soon as possible. This heinous behavior is not only childish and immature, the damage that such string pullers can cause is sometimes enormous. Your reputation suffers first, your trust in humanity follows on its heels. Anyone who damages your reputation damages you and should not be part of your inner circle. Number 2. The envious. Jealousy and envy also have no place in a true friendship. It should be a totally non-competitive zone where everyone can be happy for everyone else. Successes should not be talked down or bad-mouthed. Defeats and setbacks should never be a cause for gloating. These rules are simple and yet seemingly difficult to follow. Of course, we can't always get out of our own situation and see it objectively. Sometimes it may be difficult to watch friends move forward while things are just average for you, if at all. Still, the golden rule is friends laugh with you, never at you. Number 3. Those who show us up and embarrass us. If you have friends like that, you don't need enemies anymore. We've all had the dubious pleasure of meeting people who made us look foolish at the first opportunity. They may blurt out secrets in front of a group, thumb their noses at your weaknesses in front of witnesses, and be critical of you for all to hear. Friends who let us trip over every hurdle that comes before us had better get a highly visible warning sign to at least keep others safe from their dishonest intentions. Number 4. Those who refuse to help us. The phrase, "with friends like these, who needs enemies?" crosses our lips all too easily, given the fact that some people are bound to go missing even in times of greatest need. Those who can never spare a sympathetic ear or a helping hand should be relegated to a passing acquaintance. Friendship clearly goes differently. Number 5. Those marked by life. Weary contemporaries are the eternal losers, complainers, pessimists, and full-time sufferers. Anyone who has to count such specimens among his circle of friends does not have an easy time of it. At some point, these people decided to take all the misfortune in the world on their backs and leave no one in the dark about it. Their existence is one constant road to the vale of tears, unfortunately, not in complete silence and seclusion. The eternal losers constantly need an audience for their dramas and wear on our nerves. Unfortunately, it is not enough for them to always play up their own suffering. No, they also can't stand the joy and happiness of the other people around them. At some point, a real cat and mouse game begins, where you find you're trying to avoid them like human speed traps. Number 6. Those who confuse friendship with love. Friendship can get downright nasty when party falls in love with the other. Such things happen, and apparently not too infrequently. We might already be able to tell by the way they look at us. Nevertheless, We end up falling from all clouds when a longtime good or maybe even best friend suddenly confesses his feelings to us. This situation calls for diplomatic tact of the highest order. However, it usually just catches us off guard, leading to panic rather than an appropriate adult reaction to a surprising turn of events. Number 7. The betrayers. Judas, Brutus, and Matahari, they all still live among us today in some form or another. Once in a lifetime, almost each and every one of us has to realize that the knife in his back was placed there by someone who is actually very close to us. Betrayal hurts and permanently damages our relationship of trust. It doesn't matter to our perception whether intent was involved or it was circumstances that forced traitors to commit their outrages. We feel sold out and at the mercy of others. A friendship can certainly no longer continue on so much scorched earth. Number 8. The desperados. Almost all of us know this group of false friends as well. At best, they are total slobs who just can't get anything together and stumble from one mess into the next. At worst, they are people with addiction or money problems who only ever knock on our door when creditors, a collection agency, or the police are after them. We are honored to want to help these desperate people too, but we do well to recognize that they usually can't do anything with real help. A gambler wants to gamble, a drunk wants to drink, and a junkie can only think about the next fix. The danger that such friends bring with them is that they are much more likely to drag us into their misery than we are to put them out of it. Sad but true. We must let the desperados go if we want to protect our lives and our loved ones. Number 9. The energy vampires. They talk non-stop, sucking every last bit of energy out of our veins and leaving us in a state of complete exhaustion. Their life is one big drama. Every little thing is blown up to no end, and they know and appreciate exactly one person, themselves. When they come, they burst upon us like a hurricane incarnate. When they leave behind a similar level of destruction, at least within us. Each encounter requires us to submit to constant verbal bombardment from these energy hijackers. Number 10. The unreliable. These loose cannons are among the most troublesome groups of friends who, unfortunately, can also try our patience the longest. We remain loyal to them for so long because there are usually no really dire consequences if they let us down. In the beginning, we may appreciate the very special charm that these bon vivants bring with them. In the long run, however, we should pay more attention to reliability than entertaining but extremely flaky creatures. Today's conclusion: false friends and dark clouds, let them go. If you are not desperately afraid of being alone, you should keep your choice of friends manageable. Not all people harbor good intentions and have a pure heart. Nothing is worse in interpersonal interaction than lulling yourself into a sense of security only to be disappointed. That's it for today. Thanks a lot, and see you soon.
Thanks for watching. Did you find this information helpful? Do you have experience with it? We would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and let us know your thoughts. For more resources about mental health, self-improvement, and psychology, visit our website. You'll find the link in the video description where you can also connect with us on social media and sign up for our email list. Take care of yourself and have a beautiful day.